Hey, welcome here to the LDM Radio Sports Talk, and this is Wrestling Talk today. We're going to have some fun. WrestleMania 40. I have to finish my story.
Everybody does.
Yeah, we got a good story, though. Let's see. First of all, you think about it. I think everybody that's on the match has some kind of story they want to tell, or want to finish. So everybody, I guess the key thing was finish my story. So that means everyone there story is going to end. All the rivalries, everything.
Hopefully.
Supposed to end.
I'm so done with Drew McIntyre right now.
I was done with him just in the beginning.
Well, no, that's my whole thing, right? Like when he won his championship, I was happy for him, right? Around that time, he really deserved it.
Right.
I understand that he kind of got screwed being a COVID champion, right? And especially when they did what they did to him and Braun Strowman, right? Right. Like they that whole back and forth and whatever, it was cool, but in the end, they didn't get to be champions with the crowd. He didn't get to be that guy that he was always meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And then the question is, because he was Vince's guy, because that is always going to be a part of his story, will they ever let him have it now that they're kind of trying to get rid of all of Vince's guys?
Yeah, that's true. Right now, I wouldn't even be like, listen, you want me to do what? Nah, I ain't going out there and saying I'm Vince's guy. Well,
I mean, he doesn't even say. He says, he was the chosen one, and then he messed up, and then whatever. Like that's always going to be his tale now. No matter where he goes, no matter how long, that's going to be a part of his story. That Vince handpicked him, and then he became, a failure, and then had to earn himself back. Like essentially, if you look at a lot of these guys who return, him, Punk, Cody Rhodes. They have very similar stories.
Yeah, they all came from Vince or something rotated, or Vince screwed them, or Vince screwed everybody basically.
Vince's problem is that you're screwing a little too much.
Yeah, so but it's now with Steph worrying about the tribal chief and the rest of the bloodline and not paying attention to Mac. I don't know if Drew will lose is gonna make him weaker, because since Steph is not really paying attention to him, like he's sleeping on him.
Well, that's the thing. Seth was supposed to be questionable for Mania, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, right. And
he's injured.
He just got
okay or whatever. Which
100%, so he says.
Yeah.
Wrestlers are never 100%.
Yeah, after the first injury, you're never ever gonna be the same. But no, it's just a matter of Drew has nothing to lose. Drew is a top build guy, period. I feel like he's a wrestler, especially after his time in Impact, who will always be above a mid-card slot, right? He'll be somebody who's always fighting for a championship. He's somebody who has the UK background, which means that if they don't really want him going to the main storyline, he can fight all the people who are fighting Noam Dar for the cup. Like he can go to NXT and it'd be fine. He can go up to the main roster. He can do whatever he wants. I think that's a great position to be in. But I think because he can be anywhere, anytime, and be that person for the company, after getting his opportunity to be the face of the company through hardship, they may not want him to be that champion again, because they're gonna need his name and his value to boost up other people. Because we have to remember, he's been in this game 20 years now. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So now he's going to be like John Cena, trying to start helping the next generation. But he's in that weird era of Kofi Kingston where he's still relevant.
Yeah, that plays a good part too with him. Storyline is like, I need to get my belt back because I wasn't a champion, even
though he was a champion. Yeah.
So, the whole COVID thing screwed him up a little bit.
Everyone.
And so he's making it seem like it even screwed up him mentally.
Yeah.
So the storyline with him is good. But with him trying to keep his match storyline going, it's only one-sided. Steph is worrying about the other side. Sometimes I feel like y'all not even trying to help Drew's story get pushed.
But because the whole thing is Drew's story is basic. Right? Like, let's be honest. With everybody who entered Elimination Chamber, do you honestly believe that Drew should have been the winner?
Nah.
And everybody knows if anybody should have won that match off of just pure storyline, Randy Orton.
Yeah. And I like how they mixed it, but now you put Randy Orton in a different storyline where I don't even think it should have gone. So what are they trying to say? That Randy Orton's going to get the lesser belt?
Maybe. I mean, the one thing about it is, if we're really looking at all of WWE's champions, right? The person who needed the most pickup out of all the top build guys isn't Drew, it isn't Randy, it isn't Punk. It's their Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
Right? You have Walter, who, like,
people forgot he was a champion until, what, this year when they started pushing him more.
Right. And then at the same time, if you want to talk about a championship that's kind of lost its luster, let's go with the United States Championship.
Yeah, what's up with that?
You see what I'm saying? So, like,
who is the United States champion?
And that is my point.
Like, yeah.
In all honesty, if you want to talk about it, the lesser championships have become so much lesser that they need a Randy Orton to make them relevant again. They need a Miz. They need a... Because, I mean, we love the Miz, right? Everybody forgets he's a Grand Slam champion, right?
2 times.
2 times. And he's definitely taken a mid-card slot. But when he and... I forget the wrestling guy's name. Shoosh.
Oh, snap. Yeah, he's trying to get the belt.
He's trying to get the... I mean, when you have these guys who are going on great runs at the point in time, going for the internet, like they were great to utilize to give Walter credibility. You know, but the fact is, he's still probably the most unrecognizable top build guy there is, right? At least, okay, so at least what's his face? Logan Paul, right?
Yeah.
Right. At least he comes with so much nonsense behind him. And I think either him or his brother now just got a fight with Tyson too.
He wants a fight with Tyson. I'm like,
so my whole thing is that these guys have so much clout outside of wrestling that he doesn't need to be an every week guy for his belt to be titled. Like, the fact that he's holding the United States Championship is just kind of like, dang.
But the one thing about Logan Paul, if you guys follow him in any of his social medias, he be using, showing the belts and stuff. Like, so he tries to keep pushing it out there.
He pushes the fact that he's in WWE.
Yeah, he had a video with him and Randy Orton chilling in his house. And then he was like, where's my belt? He was like, you left it in the kitchen. He's like, oh. And then he took the belt from Randy and then looked at Randy. You trying to take my belt?
No belt for you?
So I'm like, was that a setup for the chamber? You know?
I mean, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Because, okay, one thing about it is a lot of these guys who do these like celebrity stint stuff, they're actually kind of exciting to watch. Because Maccabee was a solid wrestler. Yep. Not to say he's going to be, you know, an all-time memorable whatever, but as far as celebrity entrant, yeah, he was fun. He was fun to watch outside of this last stupid Royal Rumble. And Logan Paul, I mean, he's held his own in-ring with Ricochet as far as excitement level, right?
Yeah.
He held his own and possibly saved Rey Mysterio. You know what I'm saying? In ring. Now, this is later Rey Mysterio, where he's not as spry as he was.
But also, he's the one that almost injured him because of his mistake. So he cleared up his mistake.
So my whole thing is just that he shows promise as a wrestler. Even when Bad Bunny was wrestling, he did a great acting job. You know, his actual fighting skills were mad. But
see, what I think happened with the celebrities now, they at least trained them for a couple of months before they started a storyline.
True.
The other ones, they was like...
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, they was like, they just put them on and you can see the fake flops and, you know...
But, I mean, remember freaking...
The bumps and everything.
I don't know if you remember when Shaq was there, but that was great. Him versus The Big Show.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. That's one of my favorite moments in all WWE.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy, but night 1 don't have a championship. So
far.
Like night 2, they're gonna do both. I don't understand why they're doing both championships, both male champions, Roman Reigns and Cody and
because one should open it and one should close it, right?
Well, maybe one should have been in day 1 and one should have been in day 2.
But what are they doing with the women's championships?
Yeah, well, they're doing pretty much all the women's on
day 1. Exactly, and that's what it is. They're giving women their night and they're giving men their night.
Yeah,
and you gotta admit, for them, that's a big thing because the women's revolution supposedly isn't over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're doing a promotion for the women to give them their own WrestleMania night. Like, remember when they had their first WrestleMania main event?
Yeah, but they had the all-woman type of thing, and when Steph was being in charge, which was cool. You know, if Steph would have not took that initiative, will the woman division have been like this? I don't know.
No, definitely not. That, like, Stephanie McMahon is the reason the women's division is what it is today, period. Because I remember I actually had the opportunity to meet Stephanie McMahon and the Bella Twins. This is, back in 2014, 2015? And I asked them, I said, this is then. Well, how come y'all never got, like, a women's tag team championship? And she was like, we're working on it. Like, she said that to me straight up.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of the push for women's wrestling has been from Steph because a lot of people forget she was a women's champion. Right?
Even though she didn't fight to win it, they picked the person up and put her on top. But okay.
But no, but I mean, like, she's more than just daddy's girl, whatever. Like, she actually got into the business.
Right.
Like, as a wrestler, into the storylines, whatever. Like, she's fully invested in all aspects of women's wrestling. And, as someone who said that they've held the title before, I'm sure that's part of the reason why she wants to push it, right? Like, a lot of these guys give back to the community that they come from, as far as wrestling goes.
A lot of the push she gave was questionable,
As far as what?
Like, oh, they're your friends, that's probably why. Because, like, people didn't really like the Bella Twins that much, Nice to look at.
But yeah, that twin magic, that whole thing with AJ Lee, I think is the reason why people didn't like the Bella Twins. Like, to really make them the longest running champion.
Yeah, like it. But in night one, we got the beautiful Io Sky versus the Marry Me Bailey.
You can keep Bailey.
Everybody's like, marry me. You see the sign?
No. You can
hashtagging.
You can keep Bailey. I do not want Bailey.
But who you got? Who you got on that match?
Unfortunately, I think she is gonna win it, and more so than even the storyline and the back and forth and who's a better wrestler. It was something that Triple H said after she won Royal Rumble, and it makes me feel like the company really feels that they owe her a moment because she has become forgettable.
Yeah. But she got hurt too, No, she didn't have that big comeback.
But that's the whole thing. Yeah. She got hurt, right? When she came back with the two other girls and the group first came back, there was more hype for the two other girls than for Bailey.
Yeah.
And even though she was a leader and whatever, but people, I mean, there's a reason why Io is the champion right now and she has to fight for the belt. You get what I'm saying?
And it was about time Io got the belt anyway.
About damn time.
So, that's a good thing. Io has been from Japan, Impact, to this and that, so she's been around. She's not new to the sport.
At all.
That is good that she's did that. But yeah, I'm going with Bailey as well. For that reason and others, it's her time already. It's about time that she, because if she doesn't finish this, what story is she finishing then?
No one cares about Bailey. Just give us more Io.
I do.
And Kairi Sane.
Well, I care for her when she's coming down. She's one of the girls that I hate to see her leave, but I love to see her when she's gone.
Nah, man. I'm all about Asuka, though, man. That's
Asuka, yeah. So, especially on her Instagram, she'll be wearing those bikinis. Anyway, but,
Do you know that woman is like 40 years old?
Who?
Asuka.
40-something?
She's like 40 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You go, Asuka. Io Sky, I don't know. Whatever sky you on, I'll fly. I'll tell you this much. But it's gonna be a fight, and I don't think it's gonna be more of a fight with Bailey and Io. I think it's gonna be the outside people fighting.
You think so?
I think it's gonna be a story twister or pop. Like I was just we were talking about it before. I think that since she got betrayed again,
it was a setup.
It was the setup to betray Io and her friends. So, because Bailey's always slick. She's always smart.
She's conniving.
Yeah, so
I was kind of hoping that something from this would have been done at a different point, where maybe they'll use it for the next one. I don't know, but the Four Horsemen get back together to fight damage control.
But they can't because this girl's not there no more. What's her name? She changed her name to Mercedes or something like that now.
Yeah, but but that's the thing. There's rumors that she's coming back.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's rumors she's coming back. That's why I was saying.
Is she coming back with her old name or with her new name?
Sasha Banks. She was supposed to. I think Sasha's coming back or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you figured she's coming back. The Glow came back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but did they call her Trinity? They keep calling her Glow.
They're trying to push away from her name. And they're trying to bring it back to her original name.
Yeah.
So you can hear the announcers try not to say it too much, but Trinity is like, it got stuck. It just matches her so well.
That's the whole thing. Like the fact that she's actually Trinity Fatu, right? Mm-hmm. And people were like, "Wait a second, we like your real name more."
Yeah, because it matches.
It
her.
just I think the whole name Trinity is just a look up freaking The Matrix. It's just a fan favorite name now.
Yeah. So but we also got Rhea Bloodly Ripley.
Yo, can we get Nia Jax to put her back in that Scorpion hole?
Right?
Like that was
so
that broke the internet.
Yeah, that did. Versus Becky the Man Lynch.
All right.
I'm going with Rhea. I don't want Becky to win it because I'm tired of her and Flair winning. I'm just tired of it.
They just did that whole stupid stint in NXT where Becky won for like a month.
Yeah.
Right? Just to give her the full crown championship thing. Cool. Great. They used it to push a new Irish wrestler. Cool. Great. Don't like the wrestler they chose. I don't like Valkyria. Never have.
Right.
But, all right, fine. She did it for her home country, boosted up her girl, came back to the main roster. Again, another person I feel shouldn't have won Elimination Chamber. You had, and I think that's the other thing about Elimination Chamber that I've always loved is that with 6 people in there, someone unlikely can win, just like the Rumble. Right? I think the last time I was kind of this level of disappointed from Elimination Chamber was when Bianca Belair's husband didn't win. And he stole the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, Becky didn't even have the best performance in that Elimination Chamber.
The new girl stole the show as well.
No, I don't like her either.
No, I don't like her. But
Stratton.
Yes. And I keep Tiffany. when I keep hearing her, I keep thinking of Trish Stratus.
No.
The name. Like when that's the first thing that I remember because it sounds similar. What's her name? Tiffany Stratton.
Stratus. I hate her so much. I did not want her to be a champion on NXT. I was so annoyed with her character. I was annoyed with her wrestling style. I'm annoyed with... Why do they keep... Like, how did she get on the main roster?
Just watch her with mute.
I don't even like looking at her. She's not that attractive to me. She's all plastic.
That's true, though.
See, I'm like...
Well-looking plastic.
There's nothing I like about her. In fact, the girl that she was feuding with on NXT, I found to be more attractive. I found to be more entertaining. I found to be a better wrestler. That when she won the belt and then gets moved up to the main roster, I was like, how? Vince is supposed to not she's a girl that Vince would pick and push, and I would get it. They're supposed to be better now. Yeah. Why is she a thing?
It's strange how the whole thing came about, but I seen what they were trying to do, like make her look like she's real good. And then, right after that, she beat Trinity, which I thought that was kind of stupid. So why did you bring back her to lose to a newcomer?
But no, I'm okay. She probably has to pay some licks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she got to pay her dues
for
leaving. She walked out.
Yeah, but I'm okay with Trinity not being the one who won. Right? Just because you come back and you're a fan favorite doesn't mean you get a full push because you deserted the company. There's a business aspect to this. But come on. Why Becky Lynch? My whole thing was Nia Jax, right, was fighting Rhea Ripley that night. How did Becky win Elimination Chamber to be the next one up on Rhea when she just got her butt beat? Like, not she lost to, she got her whooped against Nia Jax.
And that's
why that whole storyline following was just like, that makes sense. Even what's her face, Liv Morgan having this beef with her now. I'm like, these are the storylines Becky should be in.
Yeah, because the Liz Morgan one was like, told her, you always want to be the center. Like, I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of it. And I like Becky Lynch. I really do. But it's just like, you're becoming Charlotte Flair. And that was what you were never supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
She became, that's why I said I don't want her to win, because I'm tired of her just coming in and winning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're starting to look like Flair that just came in, and Charlotte all the time just came in and win. They even say it on some of the things.
Right.
So, well, let's see what happens. But I'm going with Rhea. You know.
I hope Rhea wins.
And in the match, I hope she wins. I was saying I'm going with Rhea.
Yeah, you better be going back home with Rhea.
Yeah, I would want to go back home.
No, with Rita's mom.
Oh, yeah, that I got a Rhea, too. So I would never get in trouble by saying, damn, I love Rhea. So, no, but Rhea, I think is going to beat, she needs to beat Becky Lynch.
Yeah, she needs
I don't want Becky Lynch winning. Now, yeah, I want her to win, but not on WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Like, they do it another day. Because then I'm going to feel like they just gave it to you.
I think someone off of NXT would have to be who beats Rhea Ripley.
Or Nia.
No, Nia's not beating Ripley. The company knows how people feel about Nia, but they also know how the wrestlers feel about Nia. Right. I don't think Nia's going to get that push again. And I mean, she was a 24-hour champion, right, to push somebody else. I think you're going to need... I think the only person on the roster who anyone would accept is Gonzalez. And I think after all these injuries, it can't be her anymore.
Well, it was going to be her, but then her...
she got messed up again.
Her skin infection came out. No one even knew she had that sickness. It came back out. And you seen it on Elimination Chamber. Everybody was like, what the heck happened to her face? She looked like the series of The Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Because she had the... I looked it up. It's like some kind of allergy type of thing.
Yeah.
And it comes out once in a while. And she didn't take her medicine and it flared up. But her, I think, needs it. But when she was going up, she got injured. Yeah. And she got up again, got injured.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like what's his face who went to NXT again? The Irish guy from the Brawling Brutes.
Oh,
exactly.
What's the name?
He's become so forgettable.
Yeah, the strong,
the big dude, right, with the Bully Club, right?
Yeah.
He had a good momentum. That's why they put him on the main roster, and then he injured, and then he's coming back for a bit. The group is doing better again, injured, and that's going to be Raquel's. I don't think she's someone, especially with all these injuries and this and whatever, who can be the face anymore.
But that's the thing is, like, since she's supposed to be the strong woman, do a couple matches with her not showing her strength so much, because that's what's, she's not fully recovered yet. So if you're going to keep pushing her to do these strong things, or give her the strong one, but do like they used to do back in the days, give her a skinny person. And then the announcer will be like, wow, look at the strength. Like, make it seem bigger. Seem bigger than it is.
I don't know what they want to do, but I'm seeing a lot of talent coming off of NXT, and I feel like you're going to need somebody like that to be, Rhea Ripley. Like, I could even see, right now they're loving her as a heel, but if Roxanne Perez came to the main roster and did some roll-up pin on Rhea Ripley for the belt, and then that became a back and forth between them, I would watch that storyline for 2-3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot going on, particularly with Rhea's group, where it's not even a matter of should they win, can they win, are they going to win? It's a matter of who deserves to beat them.
That's true.
Right? Like, who deserves to beat Damian Priest right now?
And that's the next story that I was going to say. Damian Priest is going to probably be the first ever to have the briefcase for the longest time.
No.
And so this is my prediction.
I don't think it do.
Cody Rhodes wins, or The Rock. I mean, Roman Reigns. No matter who it is.
Right.
Here comes this guy to take the belt.
Why do you think they're coming for his belt and not coming for Rollins?
Or it can be Rollins.
Think about it, because
or it can be Gunther. Because he just told Gunther.
Nah, they're
watch
not.
Yourself.
He's not going for the Intercontinental.
Maybe because
it would
no
be
matter how
such
Priest,
a waste.
But you think about it. Priest is big, but is he that big?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't feel it. I don't feel it.
So this is what I'm saying. I think it makes more sense for Priest to stay on his show, but go for their belt, because the only champion that's ever been the Raw champion is Seth Rollins. Right. You go and let's say Roman Reigns wins the match, and now you have to fight the Bloodline too. Even if you go after Cody Rhodes, Seth isn't going to let you get that belt from him.
So it can be he can take any of the two belts and he still loses it because the outside.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is I think if he goes for Seth's belt, Cody's not going to save Seth. Cody already has too many people to fight right now.
True.
I think Damian, you get all Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. They're gonna beat the crap out of each other, especially if they do allow Drew to beat him. How long is he gonna hold that belt?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Damian,
I don't think Damian Priest will hold the belt for too long.
I think Damian Priest can win the belt and go through at least 2 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
At least 2 pay-per-views.
Start a jealousy thing, and that will cause them to break up.
They tried it. They tried it already. Even with Truth, they tried it.
Yeah, with the jealousy stuff.
And that's the thing. Just before they became, in fact, I think after they just won the tag team championships, they had the two of them going at each other at one point over the Irish guy. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like
it's gonna be hit and miss type of thing with Priest right now.
Yeah.
I think that's why they don't know exactly where to put him. So they're trying to make him look like he's the big man on their team.
I'm telling you, he needs to win the Raw Championship, and from there, that caused friction in the group. Right? Because now you're gonna have him and Rhea.
He already has that friction with
Rhea. Exactly, and I think that's gonna be where it's like, well, I'm the women's champion, I'm the men's champion, right? I think
and the tag team
champion. Like I lead the group now.
Yeah.
Stop making these deals. We're equal. No, I'm now the guy.
Yeah. So we'll find out. But the other match on night 1 is the Gunther match. But who he's gonna fight? He got a fatal 4-way on SmackDown, and it's the Miz, right?
Shush.
Sable. Oh, Gable.
Gable.
There we go. I was trying to remember the name.
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable. Priest is in there, I think, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And there's in the Miz. I gotta look this up. Let me see.
Who was the last guy?
Yeah, let's see.
Because that's my whole thing. I'm so not interested because I think Gunther is somebody.
Oh, Dominic, right? Dominic is going to be one of them. That I remember. They just hit me. Let me see. Fatal 4-way, image.
I'm hoping out of everybody to beat Gunther, it's actually his own subordinate. The dude with the cloth hair. That was what I was.
Head?
No, not the bald head guy.
The
other guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the real kiss ass one. That's who I was really hoping would take the title from him out of everybody in the roster.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be Sami Zayn. I don't know what they're doing with his story.
Yeah, Sami Zayn is looking for a WrestleMania moment right now.
He's starting to look like John Cena.
No. I mean, yes, but
looking for a WrestleMania moment. Even John Cena put down, "I'm free" on WrestleMania 40. Yeah. Like he's giving somebody a hand. I'm free. But Gable's story sounds good.
Chad was the best of the opponents, I think.
Yeah, he gave him a challenge, and he has a perfect good story. I want to take that smile off of your face and put it on my daughter.
Yep.
Because he made his daughter cry.
Yeah.
You know, and I pushed it at that close. And then, of course, Uso was supposed to beat him, but you know his brother keeps coming
what's good with that?
His brother keeps
what is really, really good with
that? That's like 4 or 5
time. Like
that,
I'm like, what? But you see, for me, it's like, bro,
that's jealousy. Totally jealous.
You get what I'm saying? I more than anything right now, it just doesn't make sense. Like, Uso is no longer even on the same brand. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's why. What's it? The last time, even Roman said, "What are you doing?" He was like, "Oh, well." He told me, the play. I did the play. I looked at the playbook and I kept going. He was like, "That's not even our playbook no more. We don't care for him. He's nobody no more." So to me, it's pure the jealousy. Like,
I'm just saying, can we at least get a match with them? That'd be the most confusing match to ever announce.
Yeah, it's Jake. No, it's no. One of them just ripped the floor. But who was it that said you just upset because now we can tell y'all apart? I was like, oh, yeah. So
yeet Gable and no yeet.
Gable, is gonna probably. So it's gonna be either The Miz, Gable, or Uso. It has to be one of those three.
If it's gonna be anyone, it should be Uso. Uso came the closest. I think Gabe was the best match though.
Yeah.
By far out of everyone who fought Gunther, that was the most memorable Intercontinental Championship match. Hands down.
But
and I really wanted him to win because that I think that was almost a full 20-minute match.
Yeah, but he lost. He would have lost to Jey Uso in the first place.
Oh yeah, he lost. It wasn't
for his brother.
That was crazy.
If it wasn't for his brother, he would have been lost.
And that's what I'm saying. Every time they get into these fights, right, and Jimmy pop up, I'm like, what are you even doing? This is not the right shot. All I keep saying is, this is not the right show. If he was fighting on SmackDown still, and this kept happening,
like you think he left, and you still trying to bring that story,
bro. And my thing is like, is him doing this now, and maybe that's the only reason it's relevant, going to lead to Jay coming to save Cody at Mania? Is it going to lead to him saving them, Rollins? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it going to lead to a Raw versus SmackDown beef? I need it to be a reason. Because for me, it just feels like a cop-out way to make sure Gunther's still champion. You know what I'm saying? And that's bogus.
Yeah, but Gunther's championship, everybody's like, oh, he's the best champion. But he really didn't fight as a champion until a year or so.
He wasn't taking matches all the time. You have to beat his people to get to him type of.
Yeah, because people didn't even know who the heck he was. And then they was like, okay, now that we have to push him to look like he really knows how to wrestle, that's why they put him with, what's that guy, Bronson or the big...
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed, yeah. They put him with him. So you say, okay, here comes a big guy that's been dominating in NXT. Then comes the WWE dominating there. And all of a sudden he loses against Gunther. That made sense. Like, if he can't take him out, who is?
Right, but my thing is this, though. One, I hate that they call him Gunther. That's why I always still call him Walter. Right? Like, it's so messed up. Well, no, because like my whole thing is he was fatter when he was Walter. So why is he Gunther? And then they had an actual German guy in their group, and he got kicked out, Wolfgang. And I think he went to AEW or whatever with the rest of Nikki Cross's group. But the whole thing is just like he dominated in UK, right? Like, don't get me wrong. It's not hate for him as a wrestler. I think he's a great wrestler. He has a great track record. It's just that the stories that they've had for him until the past year, that's why we all forgot he was champion for almost, 2-3 years. I think
the people that make the stories forgot. They
forgot.
They was like, wait a minute, what happened to that one?
They got so caught up in the bloodline.
That they forgot everybody else.
Because remember, for the longest, there was only one championship between the two shows. So, I hate at this point Gunther's reign can't really be redeemed. You know what I'm saying? He can always say he's the greatest because he's the longest, but he's not the greatest. And I feel like after this reign, he's going to be one of the forgotten Intercontinental Championships, sadly, because he's the longest running one, and he's a very talented wrestler who should have been on the top roster for top belts.
For that. Yeah.
He should be in the same area as Drew McIntyre, if you ask me.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens, and then hopefully all the other belts will come in, like Logan Paul bringing the United States. They need to bring back the cruiserweights, things like that. And of course, day 2 is the big fights. So I'm gonna say Roman loses.
I hope so.
And Cody and Steph gets the belt. That's my thing.
I'm kind of hoping that, like I said, Priest steals. I don't care.
Both stories to me, I think are gonna collide.
Cody versus Seth.
No, Cody's match with Roman and Steph with Drew. Those two are gonna combine together for some reason. I have like a feeling like his story is going to intertwine with his, and that's how they keep the belt. Well, not keep. Steph keeps the belt, and Cody gets the belt.
But I mean, the stories are intertwined from day one.
Yeah, that's why he's like, I got you. I'll be there for you, and But is Rock going to betray Roman? I say yes.
I just want Damian Priest to take the Raw Championship. I really do. I want Damian Priest to get it. I hope by the end of WrestleMania, Damian Priest is walking away with the big belt. I just want it. I want it.
It'd be shocking if he takes the United belt.
More than
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but more than anything,
there's 4. Is the United States belt being challenged?
Nah, I don't think it has an official opponent yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
So
that might be Randy.
Yeah, because they starting
that might be Randy.
They starting some stuff.
But
we still got a couple weeks.
And we know it should have been KO, but
Yeah.
Say.
KO, and then the double ganger, character stealer. What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the stupid idiot.
LA Knight.
Yeah, what everybody's saying. No, go into the daytime or something, because nobody's saying night no more. His thing just went as fast as it went up.
Nah.
Because he's not even in WrestleMania.
Yeah, but whose fault is that?
His.
No, it's not his.
Who do you think?
It's literally the management. Because all right.
Yeah, because you can't come from a big fight and then have these little small ones.
But it's not even that, right? So he puts himself in position to win the championship. They bloodline him, right? Because
I like that. They bloodlined him. Mm-hmm. My son in the background says LA Knight because he be saying it. Yeah.
But no, they bloodline him where literally the bloodline has crushed a lot of really good careers.
True.
And he was on this big rise. He was winning the match. Somebody interferes. And then they have him keep fighting for a belt, right? Or fighting people to get back to the belt. And this, that, and there. So they made him Drew McIntyre. Mm-hmm. So now he's this top billed guy on the secondary show, which already is going to lesser your value, right? And they keep using his name and his clout to make you watch a match, be interested in a match, but they don't give him the big W. That has less to do with him.
He's gonna be like
he's gonna have to find a partner to go for a tag team championship before he gets the solo shit.
Yeah, there was a couple of wrestlers that their name is big, but they never got a championship. He's gonna be one of them.
Dusty.
Yeah. No, but Dusty got the little
the other ones, but I'm saying he never got the big chip.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. LA Knight can go and get the United States. He can go and get the Intercontinental.
Go fight Paul Logan. Oh, fight Randy because Randy's gonna take it.
Hopefully.
One day. But you got Sammy. You have Ricochet. You have
talk about a guy who got screwed.
So you got all these guys that still don't have a story. So maybe their story is they have to start a story. I don't know.
Well, the other thing about Mania is that there is usually the Andre the Giant Memorial.
Right.
Right? Well, that's a current Mania thing. But if somebody there wins it, that could be a moment for LA Knight, for Randy Orton or something to get a big win at Mania. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, use that to momentum into a belt. Not the belt, but a belt.
Yeah.
So there's something with that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that, but there'll be a lot of
and honestly, I think one thing that they should do that I think they messed up by making it a full show, bring back the Hardcore Championship.
Yeah. Well, they gotta end the 24-hour championship. They haven't ended yet.
Really?
They never posted nothing up saying that we're going to discontinue the 24-hour. So it's still technically R-Truth.
I'm okay with this.
He's still the champion.
He's the best 24/7 champion.
Even though he don't bring the belt out, but
because he forgot.
But they don't like.
If you
normally, every other belt they say they,
right.
This, but they never. I never seen something about it.
But here's the thing, though. If he never brings out the belt, everybody else gonna forget like you did.
And he becomes.
You see what I'm saying?
R-Truth needs something like. Matter of fact, he needs to be the United States champion.
You know what? I loved when he was United States champion.
Yeah. But right now he's teaming up with Triple H and
Shawn Michaels. Yes. Regeneration X.
Regeneration. R-Truth is cutty. And then he did a video thing talking about, you know what? I've been watching you, and you can be something like Shawn Michaels. You look like you're a good fighter. If you just, keep practicing. If you want, you can come with the Regeneration X. And then when the camera goes, it was Shawn Michaels. R-Truth has always been, because he is a comedian and he's a rapper. A lot of people don't know he has his album that came out. But they use that comedian side because every person said the best person to go on the bus with is R-Truth. He'll make you laugh and joke around.
But he's extremely intelligent.
Yes.
That's the best part about it. Like, I feel like most of the interviews I see with him, he's super intelligent, super chill. It's like when you find out Little John isn't everything that you thought he was in his music, and he's more like the Dave Chappelle skit.
But they said, he left WWE. No, he was backstage.
Yeah.
He told Vince, he was Vince's man backstage. Nobody can tell him anything. And what he did was he was working with the new ones and bringing them out. And then he came back out now to shine. Yeah. Because his idea was these guys were dying with the Rhea.
Yes.
They was dying down. So he came out and said, let me jump in there with them.
Might as well. His character is really good to boost up anybody because everybody loves him.
DIY, so
DIY.
Johnny Wrestling.
Come on, man.
They need to get up there. They
were the. I'm sorry. There's no backup. These are the two men. These are the two guys, right?
You see. Not to cut you off, but you see how they threw him to the side for the Well, what's his name now? Not Butch. Now he got a different name.
Oh yeah. They
Now they got a different tag team name too. But they threw him to the side for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Because they're younger. They're way younger.
But still, finish their story. Matter of fact, you see?
Yeah, their story, right? But no, here's the thing about DIY, right? You have two guys that entered NXT as a tag team, as a fan favorite tag team, right? They came, they dominated tag teams. They get into some of the best, I'm sorry, the biggest loss that WWE has had in the last 20 years is easily the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Right? That group right there, the four guys, right? And Gargano and Ciampa, and I know we're not supposed to say his name, but the Velveteen Dream, right? We had 7 people. 7 people alone carried an entire brand and made people watch that brand so more than the main roster for almost 2 years.
Yep.
Right? That when these guys get a push to the main roster, Gargano and his little family and all that stuff, when they came, they had a little pull. Especially Indy Hartwell had a great pull when they first,
they bring his wife, they bring both of the guys. I was like...
there was a lot going on there that I was real happy about. Gets destroyed, right? Ciampa coming back from injury. You have two guys that easily, fan favorites, good skill set, that could go on solo runs together as a tag team, and you can give them a push. I'm sorry, but when whatchamacallit, the dudes with the red cups, Street Profits, right? When you have a team like the Street Profits that had one of the best tag team runs, gimmicks outside of possibly the New Day, right? And you crush them. Because they ain't nothing no more.
Yeah, they went with Bobby Lashley to try to boost it up, and then...
Exactly, and they're going nowhere. There's not even, another family for them to fight. You get what I'm saying? Those guys right now, that's a group that's stuck.
The tag team is not...
Anything.
Who you got? Actually, you think about it.
They brought back...
DIY and Butch and whatever their new thing is. Street Profit, and then...
Razor and Akam came back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They came back.
Yeah, and then you have Damian Priest, of course, but that's
the New Day is still a tag team.
Yeah, but they don't fight that much no more.
Yes, they do. They just had a major storyline against Imperium.
They have a tag team / single because they fighting the Imperium, but they fighting like a single.
No,
and they said,
but that's because they've both been injured at different times.
Yeah, and they said they would never break up. Their contract is that they will never break up. Biggie is still part of them. They was like they don't see themselves because they show that they can get championships solo and together. So there's no
reason. Yeah, there's no reason.
So they're gonna be the longest. They're gonna be just like Matt Hardy and
Jeff.
They broke up. Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah,
that was a whole.
Yeah, they broke up.
The Dudley Boys.
The Dudley Boys broke up though too. Well, they didn't break up.
They didn't.
But
they got released at separate times.
He got hurt, and then that's when he came Bully Ray.
Bully Ray.
Yeah. So.
But even then, even when they were together on Impact, remember Bully went for the championship,
and they were together.
And then the D-Ron got the TV championship, and they had that 8-ball club group, and those are the only two who never turned on the group.
Yep.
You know, those.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
Nah.
But we ran out of time, but we're going to come back again after WrestleMania and see if our predictions are right.
Before we go, do you have anything to say about the fact that they acknowledged Sting's last match? That
before we leave, shout outs to Sting for his last retirement, winning as a tag team champion. Mm-hmm. So that was so great. And then passing the torch on.
Yeah.
To a great other fighter. Like this guy is not a wrestler. He's a stuntman. He does it all. So to pass it on, and Lex Luthor was there. There was rumors that Stone Cold so there was like all these wrestlers came to see that last match.
Yeah.
So shout outs to him, and then shout outs to Paul Heyman for being the first inducted into the
Hall of Fame.
Too bad Brock Lesnar is not the one that. Because that would have been nice. Because Brock Lesnar was one of his main men. You know
what's crazy is that you could pick up anybody from ECW.
Yeah.
You could pick up anybody from ECW to be the person to induct him.
Sting.
I would do it.
Sting.
I would do it.
Because he helped Sting too. He helped Rhino.
Rhino should be the guy.
I'm mentioning the ones that he lasted a long time with.
Yeah.
Rhino, he lasted a long time. RVD. Sting for a little bit, but he's the one that pushed him on WCW and all that.
Yeah.
So he gave him pointers. Brock Lesnar, of course, he was the longest one.
Shoot, even if it was Roman Reigns, as of all the people, you'd be like, really? But yeah, I mean,
has to be someone.
Look out if he's getting inducted now.
But it has to be someone special that they didn't name the person who's doing it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sandman came.
Sure.
Or Sabu.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying, like. I'm telling you, I would go back to ECW and pick somebody. Because remember, there's someone on the main roster right now who had his ECW days start everything.
Bring up Brooklyn. What's this guy's name? The one that used to have the Brooklyn shirt and all teared up all the time.
Oh.
Never hardly won a match, but he was a real good guy.
Tommy Dreamer?
Tommy Dreamer, was it? No. Tommy Dreamer won championships. This guy never won nothing, and he used to lose a lot of matches. But he was a fun guy. He was like the Globetrotters team that they used to play.
But I don't know. I feel the biggest, as weird as it's gonna sound, I feel the biggest success story from ECW is Rey Mysterio. I would have him do it.
True. You never know. But with that said, shout outs to all the champions, and let's see what happens. So keep your comments coming in the bottom and let us know who you think is going to win. But it's going to be, a couple of weeks, like 2-3 more weeks. So let's see. I'm Charles Laloma.
I'm Will D.
And we'll see you next time on Wrestling Talk.